Okay, here we go then. The BriSCA Formula 2 Stock Cars YGRL Scottish Championship on track, ready to go then in this one for the race number 4 of the day. So going to get the cars grid around here in front of us for this Scottish Championship, the second championship in as many weeks. So 145 Scott Kinton, the new Irish champion, will start on pole alongside ED5 Caden Morrison, winner of the UK Challenge of the Mini Stock C Series a couple of weeks ago. H524 Jelly Winkle will lead our Dutch charge tonight, our lone Dutch car out there in this one, alongside number 68 Callum Thornton, the current reigning National Mini Stocks British champion. 180 Jack Witts will come alongside in the inside of row number 3, and on the outside 127 Dan Hughes, more a regular autograss racer in the Dorrell sponsored 127 car. 246 Jensen Brickley, the current shootout champion in the National Mini Stocks, and indeed now part of the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship, and alongside him on the outside of row number 4 is number 84, I think that is, of Harry Taylor. Next up, we have number 22 Josh Reed, but he's got 392 Lewis Evans, and he's inside the European champion, sorry, the world champion, sorry, in the National Mini Stocks real life. And then we've got 114 Danny Ross on the inside of row number 5. Row number 6, I should say. On the outside, him 83 Bensington will round out the grid. So 12 cars on track then for the BriSCA Formula 2 Stock Cars Scottish Championship. Are we going to see a second title for Scott Kinton, or somebody else managed to find their way on to the podium and the top step of the podium rather in this race? So some nice splendid cars out there for 20 laps of the race wall. Let's see what happens on this one then. So it's over to race control and Mr. Starter, and just waiting for them to give us the all clear. So like I say, this is the second championship of the year for the Formula 2. So like I said, the first championship was held last week at Nuts Corner. Anyway, yellow flag goes. Of course, the next F2 meeting will be next Wednesday night. Same start time, 6 o'clock. Birmingham Wheels Raceway for a world qualifying round on the tarmac once more. But away we go with the rolling start. So we're looking busy down there. Now, so far, rolling laps have been relatively clean so far today. Hopefully, we'll say the same here. A few cars breaking ranks in midfield. Bit of pushing in the mid-pack. And we are green flag, we are underway, and Lewis Evans is straight away spun out on the bottom bend. Dan Hughes goes around, he's tangled with Ryan Taylor, and Danny Ross in front of race control. Meanwhile, big carnage, turn 1, we've lost Callum Thornton, head on into the barrier in 68 as well, and we lose Jack Witts over at turn 2, so an explosive start to this one. So Scott Kinton, 145, 85 Caden Morrison, 246 Jensen Brickley lead them round to complete the first lap in the top 3. So a few more cars on the recovery drive now, as we've had a few cars obviously spinning on the opening. I think 5 cars went round in that opening melee on the first corner, not to mention the one down here on the home straight, as Josh Reed gets put aside by 127 of Dan Hughes in front of race control. He gets down the inside of H524 Jelly Winkle, our lone Dutch competitor on this one this evening. And Scott Kinton already coming to the lap. Jack Witts, number 180, has got a tango. Josh Reed fires Jelly Winkle into the barrier on turn 4, and Jelly Winkle looking up to roll that one. Now that might have damaged the 524 car in some way, because that thing is not looking to be handling quite right, and he's spun on the back straight, tank slapper, and just about holds onto it, or not. He goes right round over at turn number 2 now, turn number 3 now, sorry. As Ryan Taylor puts away the 83 car, Ben Singleton up there on the town bend. On the turnstile bend, I should say, so the town bend to the other end of the raceway. But 145, Scott Kinton still easy there, got a spin on the back straight there, half spin for 84 Ryan Taylor. And Scott Kinton straight in there and puts the back marker straight into the barrier, and well, he goes through. 85 Caden Morrison has got a gap now from 246 Jensen Brickley on this one. Like I say, Brickley has been the big mover here. He's come up from about 7th place on the grid to 3rd in this one. He's gained 4 places. Jelly Winkle's call it time. He's pulled to the centre of the centre. As we've got a great scrap coming off turn 4 now. The leader is involved in that one as well, as Ryan Taylor gets the inside of both Singleton there on the bottom bend, and Jack Witts in front of them now. He's under pressure further back in the pack. Not sure position that is for, but it's a long way down the grid anyway. But Morrison, I believe, is still second, with Brickley in 3rd, but being caught now by Josh Reed and Dan Hughes. These two on the flyer in the 2 Higman cars. They were flying at Nuts Corner last week as well. Unfortunately, they got caught out in a few incidents last week, as A3 has gone round on the back straight. Meanwhile, as 1-2 Dan Hughes puts the bumper in on Josh Reed to go 4th place here. And like I say, Dan Hughes coming back after a spin on the opening lap, we believe. And he puts away Dan Hughes. Oh, Josh Reed, so he got a rollover! First rollover of the F2 season, it's Josh Reed. Good recovery, back on all four wheels and gets going again very quickly. But apart from that, that looked to be okay as Ryan Taylor gets fired into the wall there by 85k to Morrison. I say Morrison a lap ahead. Danny Ross has got a lap down in 114. He's not been on the pace as much as he has been in recent weeks. Certainly been very, very quick in the F2 so far this season. His main place at the moment has been the mini stocks. Really, he's been flying in those and he's leading the points by quite some margin. But he was anyway after Sheffield. I think it might have changed a bit after Kingston. He didn't compete this week, unfortunately. But still, where's Scott Kinton, your race leader, gone? I've lost him. Just coming around turns 3 and 4 now. Coming to lap Callum Thornton, number 68, as they come on to lap number 14 of racing in this 20-lap final for the BriSCA Formula 2 stock cars. The lap balls will be coming out very soon. Josh Reed trying to recover from his rollover earlier on. He's still a fair way up the grid, to be fair. He didn't lose too much time in that rollover. Went right up, over and back on the wheels perfectly pretty much on that one. 370 number 392 is a pretty quiet race by his standards. Got spun out before the green flag. Well, you didn't get spun out before the green flag. You got spun out before reaching the start line, unfortunately, because there was a bit of pushing in the bid pack on that first start. But Scott Kinton is miles gone now. He's a length of a straight. In fact, he's half a lap clear of Caden Morris in second place. Jensen Brickley is next in third, and he's a length of a straight behind Caden Morrison. So I think he's lapped everyone. I think he's lapped everyone up to 5th place at this point. There's only 4 cars left on the lead lap, I think. As Caden Morrison attacking Jack Witts down here. Gets Witts to go wide, and through he goes. Like I say, Jack Witts not on the lead lap, so he's not entitled to come back for an attack. So things settling down a bit now to the early aim exchange in this one for the BriSCA Formula 2s. I think Scott Kinton's basically got this race in the bag now. 1 to run for the race leader. Here he comes. I think he's guaranteed his 2nd championship of the season. 2 in as many weeks. Down the far side of the final time. J flag is going to be raised. And it goes up. And it goes down on the 145 car. Jack Witts has stopped on the far side. He's got put away at turn 1, I think, by Danny Ross out of my sight. Morrison will be 2nd place, number 85. Brickley is going to come home in 3rd. And beyond that, everyone else is a lap down, so I'm not sure who's after that. We'll get the full results confirmed in Formula 2 stock cars in today's Scottish Championship for them. Red flags on the circuit, Mr. Side, please. Red flags on the circuit as we conclude that one for the BriSCA F2s.